Okay, guys, so I'm back, part 2. So now we are going to focus on finding the artifacts.
What's all these towers of silver?
They are lights to guide us in the land of shadow, where all other lights may fail. Pale reflections of the light of the two trees, and memories of a lost kingdom.
Alright, so yeah, what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to be going and showing you guys all the artifacts that are around. Basically, they're the little, like, I guess those would be hexagons on the map. So the closest one to me is right there, so I'm going to go for it. Again, still playing as the Shadow, Power of Shadow. This guy's sort of alerted, so I'm gonna just take him out and take out his buddy right there. That way they can't detect me, and because I am entering a stronghold, so I'm gonna complete part of my survival challenge, or all of it right there, and move on to the next one. Alright, so this one is you just gotta sneak right through there, and you have to enter the Wraith world in order to find the artifacts. Alright, so like it says, the artifacts hold memories of Mordor. You have to spin it around to find the memory point. So, Grod Bowl. The myth of the filthy, crud-encrusted Orc Bowl, Grod Bowl, is just that. Orc trainers beat it into their charges to keep their Grod Bowls as clean as possible to avoid the old soldiers' diseases. These bowls are commonly made of clay and baked in huge kilns, but Mordor has proved a fruitful realm for the orcs, and now some bowls are made of metal or wood. So now we're just going to spin around, and that blue glowing point right there is the memory point.
Tonight, no more being bossed around by that damned Urukai. We'll sneak into the barracks and bleed that spark dry. He won't be so high and mighty when he's dead. And we'll run the place. You and me. All's for us.
Face me? More grog?
We won't be going hungry. That's a fact.
So yeah, basically these memory points just kind of give you some more background into the lore of Lord of the Rings. That one's mostly about the how the orcs betray each other for power. So I'm going to go in here and take a look at some of the abilities I've gotten. And I'm just going to take a look. That was Impact and Wraith Stun and Detonate. Detonate's really good. And Ride Caragors. But I'm going to go with Detonate because it's fun to make fires that explode on unsuspecting orcs. So now I'm going to look at the attributes, and yeah, I'm going to upgrade my Matt's Focus and Matt's Health, because those are always useful, and of course, you know, get more arrows. And looks like Shadow Under Siege, which is a bow mission, has...
This grog they have is a harsh but effective medicine.
These Uruk truly are twisted reflections of my kin.
So, yeah, like that. It says orcs used to be elves until they were tortured and all that. And, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my last video, but it looks like the dagger's different on the Power of Shadow, on the Black Hand's dagger part. It looks different than Italians. It's got that, like, red crystal or jewel in it.
Let's fight with it. They can't have many arms still. I'll be too busy racking up my own body count. Alright, we'll see who gets the most when it's over. Whoever has blood on their wings.
Remember to cut this part out.
It's amazing they don't make me a damn war chief. I get it. You're unhappy about Ratman. Just slit his throat already.
Alright, so now we're gonna go and, well, there's the Shadow Under Siege, but I'm gonna go for the next closest artifact, which is that one. So I'm gonna leave this area, this stronghold, and I'm gonna head over there. And again, these artifacts, when you collect them, they give you, I believe they give you XP, and they definitely give you money, which can be used to earn more attributes, which comes in handy later on. Especially if you have the DLC, when you're fighting Tumon and all them, it's good to have everything upgraded, because I have tried doing it from the start, and I have failed many times trying to do that. These orcs are very, very dumb. I don't know how the fuck I just managed to sneak up on that guy, but I managed it. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess they're really taking off the inspiration about the orcs being dumb. So this one's up here. Oh, orc, so I'm going to take him out. And it looks like there's another one. Just going to sneak up on him and do an aerial take. Alright, so now I'm going to go back and get that artifact. It is behind a wall here, so you're going to have to enter the Wraith World and just shoot the wall and it'll break, like it says right there. And here's the artifact right here. Again, you have to enter the Wraith World to find it. So this is a pickaxe. Orcs refer to mining as working the black seam. As they extract iron and adamant from the earth to fuel their war machine, they are adept miners and oftentimes use steel pickaxes, such as this one, to extract ore. Now, however, the pickaxes are in the hands of slaves, and the orcs serve as overseers. And I'm just going to spin it around and try to find the memory point. These ones you should really flip it around. Up there it is, right there on the handle, so just gotta get that in range.
Black captains and Urukai. Damned if I can't tell who's worse. Who are we working for these fools in the first place? We should be in charge. Come on. Don't you want to crack the whip instead of having it cracked over you? You'll be the death of us talking like that. Here now. Think I'm talking about talk? I'm talking about less whining, more mining. Here's the first throat I'll cut.
So again, just more about the orcs betraying each other. Seems to be a common thing. Once you get into the second area of the map, you can actually make them fight each other. But right now I'm going to upgrade my attributes because we haven't gotten there yet. I'm going to put another runestone on my dagger. Alright, so now I'm just going to move on to the next one, which again, this one's in another stronghold, so that'll be fun. I don't know if you can tell, but I really don't like strongholds.
No, they are
I didn't spot
merely
it too
going to
much.
die. It is we that are doomed.
Them slide masters at the mines need to work their sauce.
Oh, it is great being Italian. Fucking so overpowered, these orcs don't even know it. I mean, how the fuck did those orcs not see me? They were right there. I was running right in front of them. Just realized I won't be firing any arrows anytime soon. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to do this again where I take out the enemies without them realizing while they're in a line. Oh, no, didn't work again. Alright, well, I'm gonna drain him and get some arrows back. Well, Cody just like, slowly pulls out his sword. Orcs are so slow in their reaction time. Only time they're really a threat is when they're in a huge fucking goo. That's one thing I wish with this game, is that they made stronger enemies, I guess. Not just like where it has to be like wave after wave of them on you. Because it does get kind of boring, but it's... Nah, I wouldn't say boring. It just gets kind of easy. It's still fun as hell to destroy them. It just gets too easy at a point. So yeah, there's the artifact over there, but I am entering a stronghold, so I'm not gonna use any caution. I'm just gonna run right the fuck across. I'm gonna grab this guy because he's got some intel. Luckily, there's no fucking orcs around him. This never happened before. Alright, so we got Tor's Dwarf Eater. That is kind of alright, so I'm just gonna climb up here and get this artifact.
He didn't even scream. This is a practice killer.
The Horned Helmet. This helmet was once used by the outcasts of Udun for secret rituals. The horns and the leather were taken from the wild kine of Arar. Sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing things. Hunted far from Mordor in the fields of Rune. It dates from a distant time when these men were prisoners of Gondor, made to toil on the construction of the Towers of the Teeth. Even now, the outcasts remain mistrustful to those wearing metal armor. This helmet is a reminder of dark times past, a harbinger of darker times to come, and a symbol of the outcast's determination to never again live under the yoke of slavery. Alright, so I'm going to spin it around, try to find this memory point. Oh, there it is. And, yeah, here it is.
You've let me into your homes. You've let me into your lives. And now you bestow upon me your greatest honor. Though I come from the Black Gate, though I was once known to you as the enemy, I turn my back on Gondor. You people, you outcasts as you've been named, are people of honor, people of strength. I have found love within your tribe, but for your tribe as well. And you have taught me of a life I thirsted for, but never knew existed. Now it is my time to teach you. I will impart to you all my knowledge of war. And the orcs push us, but we will find strength and push back. And this land will be ours.
So yeah, a lot of that one probably would make sense if I had gone on with the story first. But I like to be powerful and have all the upgrades and all before I actually take on story missions. It's not that I need to, it's just that I kind of like to. And why the hell does it tell me I have an upgrade if
we could have trusted each other. Maybe
Oh,
Hagon would have
Captain.
needed to desert us.
Not much to look
Maybe
at, are
together
you?
we would have been
Wonder
ready when
what's
Sauron returned.
underneath.
Even without the felling.
Muscle, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Well, I know nothing about. Oh wait, no, I do know some stuff. Surprise. Vulnerable to ranged attack. That's gonna come in pretty handy. One charged arrow to the face, and you're dead. Well, time to get the rune. Keen Eyes, level 7. Recover 32% purchase for killing with the bow from stealth. Maybe I'll put that on when I get the more rune slots. And there's the next artifact that I'm looking for in this circle. The Musty Tomb, or Tome. This almanac has been bound in leather and appears to be more than a century old. The writing within is a compilation of history, poetry, and translation from across Middle-earth. It gathers together works of antiquity from the great realms of Gondor, Anor, and Numenor, and even some samples of songs from the distant Halflands. The most curious entry is the Lament, a work of metered verse whose controversial origin has been debated among scholars for many years. It has been suggested by some that its author was an Ent, one of the ancient shepherds of the trees.
Are you Athelas or Hithless? Why can't I find anything in this almanac? Well, only one way to be sure. Cheers. And now I wait. This will either cure my fever, or I'll be dead in seconds.
It shan't do either. You'll need to ground it up for its healing properties.
You, the outcast woman.
I'm Erin. I never got to thank you, Ranger. There are but few of your kind on the Black Gate.
Duty clouds kindness in these parts. That's why I deserted. I'm here, gone.
So yeah, Hirgon, you'll get to meet him later on when I actually do the story missions, which I believe will be part 4 of this walkthrough. Again, this is all just of Udun. There is another part called Nirn. Those will be in later parts. I'm going to do everything in Udun, and then I'm going to, once I get to it, I'll switch over and start doing everything in Nirn, because I haven't unlocked it yet. But I'm going to go over here, and I got more attributes to unlock, so I'm going to put another rune slot on my sword. Runes are very handy, especially the DLC ones. Those are really handy. Apparently the one with Lithara will be coming out soon. Can't wait for that. Again, you're just starting the game, you don't know who Lithariel is. You'll meet her later on, right before you get in there.
I promised you if we would one day travel beyond Udun.
Honestly, I don't like that the fact that this is like weird text, or it's not like Times New Roman, because
I hope that those people
I look like an L at some point.
See your family again.
I wish it had like the bars across it, because fucking when I first played this, I thought it was Lorith, but then I heard him pronounce it, I'm like, Iorith. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, it's an L. But then I realized, oh, it's a weird font. It's not an I. It's not an L. It's an I. I don't know. Like, I just wish everything had like a standard font. I don't know. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Okay, we found that excavator pod. This pod was spit from one of the great Orc war machines, perhaps an excavator. As the Orcs push further and further into Mordor, they have torn up the land, seeking resources to fuel their Dark Lord's massive war effort. Excavators churn the ground to uncover metal for the forges, clay for the kilns, and any artifacts, weapons, or tools that might be useful. And the memory point is right there on one of the cod pieces, or teeth, I don't know what they're called. I'm not a mechanic or anything like that. I don't fucking know what they're called.
Digging up everything in Udun. The thing tears the land up. Then the slaves pick through everything. Clay and mud go to the kilns. If they find metal, that goes to the forges. Anything they can use, they take back. And if they find an old weapon or piece of armor, they hand it off to the Urukai, the big uns. Maybe to study, maybe to wear. I don't know. They're on the move for sure.
We must know what is happening in Mordor. We have other eyes there, but yours are sharp. You serve us well. You will return there and report back. The Council must not learn of your actions. Do not get caught.
So yeah, someone's got a spy in Mordor. Curious thing, I did not realize there were any Urukai other than the one Saruman created. Again, you'll find out who that was with the spy. Well, you'll have to insinuate it like I did. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. It's never it wasn't. I don't think it's been confirmed.
A murderous rhythm of the Dark Lord's war machines will awaken all.
It's Saruman.
We must break them.
That's who I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, just gonna kill some fucking orcs because it's why not? It's fun. It's the point of the game. Killing my own men, basically, because I'm the Black Hand. But I'm gonna go up here and grab this next artifact. Artifact, not artifact. Oh yeah, so it was just up there, and wow, I suck at jumping on things. And it's just right there. I really want to know where this guy puts all of these, because he keeps them. Ranger's Cloak Clasp. These decorative metal bands were used by Rangers primarily to keep their cloaks closed. As guardsmen of Gondor, Rangers were held to exacting standards by their masters, and this meant keeping their clasps polished. Rangers would use the clasps as makeshift signal devices, catching sunlight to create reflective flashes to communicate with their comrades over long distances.
The towers will be up soon. Don't know why we're calling them the Teeth. They should be called the Jaw.
Because they'll be hitting us there.
Indeed. Right in the jaw and as often as they can.
That's a grim outlook, brother. We'll be able to see into Mordor here, and bite if necessary.
So that memory point was easy to find. It was right there on the back of the class. I'm assuming they're talking about the towers on the Black Gate there. I'm not too sure, really. I thought I knew everything about Lord of the Rings. Apparently there's a lot more to learn. Yeah, so I'm just gonna fast travel over to here to pick up the next artifact because it's a bit farther away. And I swear to God, that thing says I have another upgrade, but I highly doubt that I do. I'm just gonna take him out, and this guy has no idea what the fuck just happened. You poor fat bastard. These guys have no idea I'm fucking mad. Like they're slightly mad. I'm right in front of them. They have no idea. And I'm just gonna run around this guy since he's got intel. Hopefully I can grab him. Nope. That is not gonna happen. So I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking head. And yeah, lost my focus too. Slow time, no longer. And yeah, so now I'm just gonna grab him. You know, I really feel like I would like to know what he actually says there. Maybe it's just I see you in every. I don't know, but it sounds interesting. We just found another captain, so or the identity of another captain. So, but I'm continuously going for these artifacts, and that's what this part of the walkthrough is about: is finding these artifacts. And each one is worth 50. So, Ranger's Reading Primer. The Rangers of Gondor are not just powerful warriors, they also perform a host of duties throughout the kingdom. Depending on the circumstances, a ranger may be called upon to serve as a mediator, a judge, a medic, and on occasion, even a teacher. Rangers have been known to carry basic reading primers, and during their stays in villages where opportunities for learning are scant, to select a few favored pupils and show them. I clicked on the button before I finished reading. Whoops.
Fear no. Why must you put me through this, Hirgon?
There's no one to blame but yourself. You begged me to teach you the words in my books.
I regret that now. What use is the page here in Mordor?
Here, look at this. It's a note for you.
My love. Be my knife?
Try again.
Knife?
Or wife.
Wife. Yes, Hirgon. I am yours.
Well, that was a way to put it. Oh no, I did actually have an upgrade. Okay, another rune slot on my sword will do good. Well, that's a way to pose your merit. Pose to your well, I can't fucking talk. I'm just gonna give up on that. I assume you all know where I was going with that, but I'm gonna stop before I embarrass myself on trying to say it even more.
We've given the outcasts a chance to escape Mordor, to reach the safety of Gondor.
And we can draw the eye of our enemy. As long as we can hold his gaze, we can buy time for Middle-earth.
Given them the chance yet. We haven't done anything but kill some of those. Just saying, Italian. We haven't even met the outcasts in the game yet, other than people we sort of free from the bullets. We don't know them that well yet. We will later. Alright, so there's the artifact.
What happened to Peak and Iskar?
Whoops. Well, I went there for my elf shop, but it's already full, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get this then. Tattered note. A parchment letter sent from the outcast Erin details her imminent capture by the Orcs. The note is clearly intended for Hirgon, her husband and leader of the outcasts. Whether it has reached its intended recipient is another matter entirely.
My dear Hirgon, I hide outside the camp and pray they do not find me. They are taking anyone they find into slavery. If only you were here. But I know you must fight the Uruks, or there will be no chance any of us will ever be free. I fear I will never see you again, if they find me. I do not know how long I can survive. Your beloved wife, Erin.
So, another easy memory point to find, just right there on the back of the page, and basically it talks about how Erin was captured by the Orcs. It also talks about how, or about to be captured by the Orcs.
The iron jaws clamped hard on the people trapped here.
The Dark
it
Lord
talks
in
a
all his
lot about
forms
how
desires sheer
just if you're caught
domination.
in Mordor, you instantly become a slave to the orcs. And man, those guys are fucking dumb. I'm just running through their stronghold, and they don't fucking see me. Well, they sort of see me. But here's the next artifact, right under this bridge here in Ort's Hollow? I don't know how it's pronounced. Branding iron. Not old scorchy is a common refrain among the orcs of Udun. It is interesting to note that while branding with red-hot irons as punishment is commonplace with the orcs searing the flesh of their unruly brethren as much as they do their slaves, old scorchy is unique, used only for the most recalcitrant. The orcs believe scorchy holds sorcerous powers, enabling it to burn longer and hotter, and to scorch with such intensity the pain can be felt for weeks after the branding. Sounds painful.
All right, you. You're not so brave now, are you? Hold him, boys. Get your filthy hands off me! It's simple, see? Do unto others quicker and harder than they do unto you. But at least you tried. Next time, try harder. This is going to hurt a lot. But you'll learn who's in charge. No! Not old Scorchy! Anything but old Scorchy!
So, I'm not quite sure if that was a conversation between orcs, or an orc and an orc captor and a human slave. I don't quite know. Either way, it sounds like there was someone trying to do something they weren't supposed to.
These Uruk have a twisted concept of justice.
Yeah, they got branded.
Justice. It is the constant weeding out of the weak.
Who's this little thing here? Why is he?
Well, you're fucking drunk. And you're vulnerable to everything. Oh my god, this is fucking easy. That was too easy. I mean, how do you become a captain when you're vulnerable to fucking everything? Well, it's time for me to go. They are alerting the stronghold, and I do not feel like sticking around. I'm gonna go for that next artifact. Hey, looks like this has the same idea. Ah, well, whoops, looks like it's above me. I was gonna run around until I found him, and it's above me. Alright, so, just found another one. It's called a Hoe Blade. Numenorians carried a great many things with them in their great diaspora. Their journey was long and perilous, and not all who undertook it lived to see their new homes. They carried with them what they could beyond their physical possessions. The tools and trinkets they also carried with them their shared dreams for a better life. Their land was consumed by what they would live on, and their relatives would spread throughout Middle-earth. God, I can't fucking talk.
He's in jail for a reason.
For saying what we're all thinking.
You want to live forever? Plow in this field?
The elves lord it over us, don't they just? Sauron's right. We can live without pain, without growing old.
And you want to go to war to make that happen?
I want the king to listen to good ideas.
Well then, he should have nothing to do with Sauron. Fighting with the elves is not a bad idea. It's the worst idea imaginable.
Yeah, so this goes back to ancient wars, apparently or ancient times when Sauron was captured by willingly captured by the Numenorians, and secretly overthrew them or something. I don't know. I'm still reading the book, but I just know he willingly fell into captivity by the Numenorians and ruined their house. But I did just attach some new runes, so that's all good. I wish I could tell you more about that backstory, but I haven't finished the book yet. If you're interested in that, though, I was just reading the Silmarillion. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
No blood of Numenor is in my veins.
But it's good, and it explains everything about the creation of Middle-earth, the First Age, Second Age, all about Sauron and all
To
that.
the Eldar, all men are followers. fleeting visitors
But
who
again,
soon pass beyond
I can't
the
tell you
circles
everything
of
because
the
I don't know
world.
it. So I'm gonna go and just find more artifacts.
Did you hear that?
Alright, so we got a basket fragment. This utterly unremarkable basket has seen better days. Few, if any, of the outcast possessions have survived. In bygone days, this basket would likely have been carried by a woman on her daily errands and used by all manners of goods. Okay,
Stop!
okay.
Do not move! By order of Gondor, trespassing on the Morannon is punishable by death. Do not... A woman? The outcasts now send women alone to steal from us.
Do your worst, Ranger, but I will fight.
You were but skin and bones.
I can still fight.
Gather what you can and run. Quickly, before the others see you. Shouldn't be let to starve. Quickly now. Go. Go!
Sorry about that. My parents just like to come in and randomly barge in during commentaries, so I apologize for that. But now I'm gonna fast travel over here to
These
get
outcasts were strong to last in Mordor, to survive this wasteland while we occupied the gate.
Yet they are not strong enough to survive the return of the Black Hand. Their only hope
No
lies
shit,
beyond
Calvin.
the Mountains of Shadow.
No shit, Wraith. I don't. Even if Rangers couldn't survive the return of the Black Hand, I don't think Outcast could. Oh, I've been spotted. But I don't feel like fighting. I just feel like getting artifacts right now. So next artifact. Another $50. Lock pick. This simple metal prod is a burglar's best friend. The pick is small and easily concealed. It can be palmed or even hidden under the tongue with minimal effort. In the hands of a skilled thief, the pit can be used to quickly and quietly defeat most lots of non-magical origin. And, it's right there. There's the memory point.
Sir, the situation is very confused.
How is it confused? I see the prisoners escaping, running towards the gates, which seem to have flown open by sorcery or sabotage. Archer, stand down! Sir, we're not wasting good arrows on those people. They've served their purpose. They're damned. They're damned well out of my hair. Mordor can take the whole stinking lot of them. And send my compliments to the captain of the gates. I suppose he sent me this lockpick as some sort of joke.
I would really like to know how a situation didn't be confused. If I was that captain, I would have slapped that dude in the face and been like, what the hell do you mean? But I was not that captain. So I'm gonna go find this next artifact.
The last place we want to be is the one place we are doomed to stay. And the outcasts fled into it to escape
Tried to
Gondor.
And it
assassinate
is
him,
here
but
that the Dark Lord will gather his armies like pieces on a game board,
just run.
unless we stop him.
Man, for a place that's gonna be one day filled with like tens of thousands of orcs, this place is like very dead. I honestly want to know how the hell we were so terrified of it, this force like this. I mean, they were pretty stupid. Oh well, that invisibility point. I'm gonna do right categories because, if I'm not mistaken, I think I need it for some side missions for that part. Or for.
Thanks a plenty, stranger.
Whoops, I told you guys wrong information earlier. I'll explain in a second. Iron Shackle. These are prisoner shackles, lead irons to be specific. They date back to the Second Age and were most likely worn by Gondorian captives, men and women whose involuntary servitude built the towers of the Teeth flanking the Morannon. These captives would later throw off their shackles and begin a new life as outcasts in Udun. Some would keep their shackles to remind themselves of their hardships. And there it is. Right up there on the shackle.
All right, worms. Welcome to the Black Gate. You'll be building our watchtowers for us. Hard work will be rewarded.
Sir, do you mean hard work will be rewarded with a shorter sentence?
The traitors, the lot of you. Murderers and thieves. When I say rewarded, I mean I won't throw you to the catacombs.
Well, that does seem like a very nice reward. I don't think I'd want to be thrown to them. What I was saying about the wrong information. Sorry, excuse me. What I was saying about the wrong information was part 5.
These men are not soldiers. They are not ready to die.
All
Part
things
3
that live
is
must
going to be
die.
Athelian writings,
Man alone
and Part
faces the
4
mystery of
is
what is
the
beyond
weapon side
death.
missions. Yeah, so sorry about that, but I'm going to go and grab this. Wow, what a dick. I was trying to grab an artifact. Well, I got it. Mordor and Pestle. A remarkable find, this artifact may date back to the Second Age, to the great Númenórean incursion wherein the Dark Lord Sauron willingly fell into captivity. It would likely have been used by a healer to grind roots and herbs in the creation of poultices and unguents required to keep an army hale and relatively healthy. Sorry, once again, I can't pronounce
The first
words.
messengers have rolled into camp. They're reporting few casualties. We've struck a mighty blow against the forces of Mordor aligned against us. Let it be so, and not fools' idle chatter. Haggadorn, what news? They say we've won a monumental victory! You'll not be needing all that Athelis you've been grinding, my friend. Few need healing on this day, and more's the wonder. They say the Golden King has brought back a prize. Sauron himself, wearing the heavy chains!
Yeah, so like I was saying, how he fell into voluntary captivity. There was a little more backstory into that kind of stuff. But another rune stone! Or a rune slot! Okay, I was wondering if I even had other rune stones for this. Broken Mind... Or... Keen-Eyed. Recover 32 focus... Oh yeah, I already read that one. I'm gonna go with that one. Alright, well, moving on to the next one, we are getting down to the last couple artifacts, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like maybe only 5 are left. I'm gonna go for the furthest one away, and I'm gonna fast travel as soon as I get rid of this fucker.
I have lived half my life in the boundary of Mordor, thinking it was dead. Never knowing the stories it
Yeah, as soon as I get
The land of
unspotted, I
shadow
can
is
get the
awakening
fuck out
from
of
a
here
long
and fast
slumber.
travel.
It has
Get
many
out of my way,
stories to
Slave.
tell us.
Yeah, I'm a bad freedom fighter. I think that dude was just digging a grave. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, do I want to go for this one closer? I can't fucking decide. Nah, that's just fast travel. Don't fight me, cat. Sorry, I was playing with my cat. Okay. My cat jumped up on me and started biting me. So I'm gonna just keep going and head for this furthest one away, and yeah, there's a fucking ground. Oh, that slave's gotta be dead. Oh, thank you, slaves. Oh, never mind. He still saw me. I was gonna thank the slaves for keeping him occupied. For some reason, he won't come into the cave, which is his. Weird. Whatever. Just be thankful and run. My cat's trying to bother me while I'm playing this game. Maverick, I'm trying to play. Still got the assassination even with this annoying cat. Well, I'm gonna shoot some fire, or no, his head. That's what the guy has. I'm gonna just free the slaves. The kitty cat's basically no name, sorry. Cat. Thank you. There's another group. So wait a minute, I freed the slaves, so what do? They run further in where there's more orcs? No wonder these people got captured. They're not very bright. Didn't tell me another captain. Maku the Watcher. And first blindness, and probably kill you with that sword going through your brain, and then stab you, cut your head off. Cut your head off. That's a real thing, apparently. But there's another artifact, so I'm gonna grab it. Serpentine Blade. A deadly shift, this Serpentine Blade has played a role in many betrayals. Orc power struggles are legendary. Weakness is not tolerated, and warriors move up in ranks by murdering their superiors. The Orcs have been roused by their recent success in Mordor, and as the soldiers' ambition grows, weapons such as these are becoming more and more common.
Remember me, filth? What the? Change of plans, lads. I'm in charge. And we're gonna tear the Black Hand up. Don't you forget about me! Oh yeah, right. My, memory's not that good.
Well, it sounds like it's easy to get a high-ranking position in the Orc army. All you gotta fucking do is betray your superiors. Although, it doesn't sound like you'd want to be in a position of power there unless you were, like,
How can
really
man
good at
hope
fighting
to stand
and
against these Uruk? They
really,
are filled with such
pay
pure
attention to
hate.
things.
We will teach them the meaning of fear,
fucking-
and in that
You can
we
be
will give
betrayed at
hope
any
to
time by
Middle-earth.
anyone. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in command of an Orc army, especially with knowing that those under people don't really. Well, they probably were plotting to kill you. So, yeah, Rick. He's attacking my knee. But I mean, I guess still. Ow! I guess Orcs are really stupid. Just. Coded journal entry number 1. The skies over Mordor are being cleared by fell beasts, the Hellhawk. Crows such as this poor fellow are hunted relentlessly, but not as food. No, crows are hunted because each of the ogre-sized black birds is a potential spy, a messenger who might be carrying news to a master outside of Mordor. This crow met its doom trying to deliver a coded note.
Here's what I saw. I told you the orcs are digging everywhere. Well, they've dug huge caves into the ground in the side of the hills and into the mountains where they do their work. Some of it's forges, and they got blacksmiths making armor and all kinds of weapons. They save on metal by making their armor for the front only. Like they're not planning on retreating anymore. Oh, and they got these huge pits too, bigger than I've ever seen. They pull in new orcs, maybe 100 or so a day. Some of them are those Uruk-hai. You can tell them right away, because they've got a head or so on other orcs. They come out fighting, and immediately start bossing everyone else around. No one's the wiser about me spying. But don't send no more crows. The other orcs might get suspicious.
So, yeah, that's another entry thing between Saruman and his orc spy. At least I believe it's Saruman. It definitely seems like it'd be Saruman.
They are tough and they're not stupid. We underestimated our enemies.
They are forged for one purpose: to destroy the world of men.
But they're really fucking stupid. I mean, why didn't Sauron make them smarter? How the fuck did the elves, like the wise beings of Middle-earth, go to when they were tortured, become these stupid motherfuckers? Maybe it'll explain in the Silmarillion. I don't know. Strange rock. Well, that is a strange rock. Ordrun's eruptions are sudden and violent. When the mountain waits in fire, none are safe. The skies darken with smoke and ash, and fiery rots are shot high into the air before landing with deadly force. This glassy obsidian stone is one of those volcanic rots. It dates back to the Second Age, perhaps to when the Dark Lord formed his initial bond with the volcano. These remnants of Urdrun's fury are prized for their hardness. They are often sharpened to make weapons. Urdrun, for those of you who don't know, is Mount Doom.
Where'd you get off to, child?
I found this, Daddy.
This kind of rock is very rare. It comes from the volcano. There. Now, Doom is a foul place, angry and mean. It will explode when Sauron is near and plotting, spitting all manner of foulness into the air. Smoke and dust and rocks that burn the ground. It does this as a warning. I will not stay silent for long. Sort of like your mother. Don't tell your mother I said that.
So this rock is...
It is a rock, nothing more. And you needn't be afraid of a rock or Doom, which is silent to this very day. And sweetie, if you need a lesson from all this, why here's a fine one. Even a foul place like that volcano can produce beautiful things.
Honestly, I want to know who thought it was a good idea to live in Mordor. Like, I know you all believe Sauron isn't there anymore. At least I believe believe this is from afterwards. But who the fuck wants to live in Mordor? I would not want to be in there.
Fire on Mount Doom for generations.
I watched Gil-galad die on the slopes of Udun,
so that's how you pronounce that name.
burned to death by the heat of Sauron.
I always saw him in
This is
Lord
where
of
the
the
storm
Rings
will
of the Third Age,
gather
and I
that
never
will
knew how to pronounce his
engulf
name.
the world of men.
I thought I knew how to pronounce it, but apparently I was pronouncing it wrong. Oh great, going back to the trunk. Why? You went from biting me to licking me.
Came across some strange tracks.
Well, yeah, so damage.
They were made by slaves.
Back into the stronghold. Yay, strongholds! Alright, so we got a rusted horn this time. This horn held the great victory at the end of the Second Age by the last alliance at the Battle of Dagorland. It blew in defiance of the mouth of Sauron, an assembled army of more than 300,000 orcs and the Dark Lord himself, who ruled over the forces aligned against the men and elves. It sounded the charge on the battle plain and serenaded the fallen dead, those unfortunate souls who would be forever doomed to haunt the dead marshes. And, so there it is right there in the mouth of the horn.
They say the enemy is weak on the left, and that the dwarves will tear through them there. Maybe then we can leave these filthy marshes and go home. Yesterday, the enemy made a call for parley. We saw the emissary's party ride out, a terrible black figure atop a black horse, and flanked by two huge men, similarly clad in black. They were not allowed to ride among our lines. Amid suspicion, they would scout our disposition and report back to their vile master. Instead, a small group of elves and men rode out to meet him. We could not hear what was said, but there will be no peace. Around the camp there are whispers. They say the emissary's mouth blackened and burned with Sauron's words, and that saying them caused the emissary great pain. He promised only slavery and toil, and I am compelled to believe it. I cannot help but think we will never make it into Mordor. Only death awaits us here.
Oh yeah, so the mouth of Sauron. He was pretty interesting. I really wish they had kept him in the movie, the Return of the King movie. He was really a good enemy to fight in the Return of the King video game, but he was never actually put into the movie. There was, I guess he's in the extended edition. I
The sleepless dead, the shadow men, the dead ones. Mordor calls to them.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. I wish he was in the movie. God damn it! I don't want to go. I want to go up, not. God damn it! Things are annoying. All right, finally going up, heading towards this the very last artifact. At least I'm pretty sure the last artifact. I may have to recheck some things. But anyway, just got through the stronghold, and I got fucking spotted. But they instantly forgot. Like, how the fuck do you do it? I'm standing. Okay, well, this looks like it's an execution. Yeah, that's a captain. I had a feeling it was gonna be a captain. They usually perform executions. He is invulnerable.
Fool! You!
Please don't be invulnerable to
Couldn't be here.
finishers.
Nah, things gonna change. Now Sauron's back.
Thought you gave me information I didn't know about. Or, well, no, I guess you would know that. Anyway, well, he's already down. Let's see if we can grab him and get some info. Nope. And, I'm down. So yeah, this is what happens when you're down. I should have done with this, but, you get some last chances unless the captain says, like, no last chance, which I fucking hate. But anyway, basically, you just gotta move your mouse or your controller over into the center, the circle, that's what every button says. The more you go down like this, the smaller the circle is, and the faster it goes. Usually it should have been smaller, that one. I don't know why it wasn't. Looks like I'm probably not gonna grab this fucker. I'm just gonna have to kill him. Yeah, or I may die. Yep, that was my last chance. Dead.
Maybe now my Uruks will do as they told.
You'll see what happens when you die. I don't know if I forget if I showed you what happens. I don't record these on one shot. His power increased because he kills me. Random promotions happen. They're still pretty weak. Power level 5, 3. I swear he had a different name when I unlocked him. Oh yeah, and unknown orc can be promoted to captains, which means now I gotta go find more intel on who they are. And I probably spawned really far away from the thing.
Who are you, Wraith? What do you want with me?
No,
If
it's
I
not
have a
even being
name, I
highlighted
do not
anymore.
remember it.
Oh, okay. I didn't spawn that far away.
Black Hand called to me from across the void, and I came.
Yeah, so last chances, you only get 2 of them per encounter. So if you're in the middle of a fight and you go down, you only get 1 more chance to go down, unless that you hit someone who has a no chance, which means they will kill you instantly as soon as you go down.
This is the end.
So always be careful of that, and that's not to go down. That's my advice. Now, he should be dead. I mean, I fucking finished him, but because I had the counter, it kept him alive. I understand that. So I would have really neck, and that insult to injury, cutting the head off. But anyway, I'm gonna go for this artifact. I'm pretty sure it's the last one. I'm gonna go save these people, especially since this guy got intel. I need some intel.
I'll tell you.
And also he's gonna arm their friends, so hopefully I can get the intel. Wow. I did not save those people. I got the intel, but I failed to save those people. We got crimped maggot something. I clicked away too fast.
Rush him!
My stealth will be able to work on that one. I'm not quite sure. Shut up, Ratbag. I'll come back for you in part 5. And damn, 2 moons. That's 2 days. How the fuck did you hold that shit? Anyway, we're gonna go and get this last artifact. All the way back here. And again, it's behind a wall, so just gotta have an elf shot and use that. Here we go. Graven idol representing Mordor. Before Numenor's fall, its priests and dark acolytes held sacrifices to the strange god in temples, and graven idols such as these were freely worshipped. This idol represents Morgoth, the first Dark Lord of Middle-earth, and was likely carried to the mainland by missionaries seeking to spread his vile message. And we're gonna look for this memory point, which is right there on the top of his head.
Farazond. He's being sold a bill of goods, all right. And what do we get? More war, more taxes. Ha! Humans sacrificing the town square. You can hear the screams all day and all night, and we're made to worship this hideous thing. The great tree kindling. The king's ears filled with rubbish from his advisor. The great chained wonder, Sauron. Now princely Sauron. Islandale is right. Numenor is ruined, and the boats can't take us away from this charnel house fast enough.
So this one just kind of goes over the fall of Numenor after Sauron's coming into there. So yeah, those were all the artifacts. So join me again in part 3 when we go for the Aetherian writings.